Hello everyone, I am Luca the Bell and I decided to make a video a bit different from the others because I want to make something else other than just for second, don't make me talk about the drama too. Yeah. And I wanna make a video reference of all the spooky skins because spooky is my favorite characters in the all of media kinda. So So I'm gonna begin telling you that this video will contain spoilers for the game. Spooky jumpscare mission. So make sure to play the game. It's free on Steam, and if you want to pay the arcade, do it. I don't know. The skin Specimen Frinny is a reference to a speciem in the game. So this speciem is like a siren who goes like underwater and kill you underwater. I kinda wish to show a lot of her design, but she kinda suggestive characters, so I kinda can do that. And yeah, there is not a lot I can say about that. I mean, she hide her face in the design, but after killing you, she reveal it, and you can see in other ways her face, which is kinda ugly. And there is not a lot to say about the skin. I mean, it's based on one of the enemies of the game, which Then we have the white cat. This one is actually a bit more interesting. So the white cat is based on is with a speciem, which is speciem 7. Speciem 7 is another enemy which is like a wall of flesh, which is based on the trauma of the people. So basically, in the most easy way possible, I can explain. This one can only attack people who had trauma in the past. If you do not have any trauma, you will never encounter this thing. If it was in real life, for the player, you will see it as the player, And the white cat is like the good side of your brain, and Speciem 7 is like the bad, the trauma that you need to avoid and run away from it. Which I found very cool. And this skin reference the colors they have the cat, which there is not a lot to say. He's a cute cat. And then we have Taker. Taker is an interesting one. So, is a secret enemy, but also a boss enemy. So, if you stay FK in the game for more than 1 minute, this enemy will appear, which look like a skull, a skull, and they will kill you in one shot. Like, I'm not even joking, one shot, and it will tell things like, take the dead, take the body, and basically this skin reference that, but they also reference another thing about that enemy, because that spoiler is the final boss of the main game, which become like this corpse, like some creepypasta shit, like Red from Godzilla, and is like very scary. And I think the main reason why this is a skin is because spooky pose in the game, the indoor pose, is like the same pose than Special 9 does that, which I might be a coincidence, but there is not a lot I can reveal. Speciem 2. Speciem 2 is based on guess what? Speciem 2 is a lot to explain because is in the game, like is part of spooky moveset, which is the shoot slime thing. Is the first enemy you will see in the game, and it's like based on an Adventure Time enemy from the first or second season, if I remember correctly. But there is not a lot that I can reveal. And the next skin is gnoppy. Gnoppy is based, I bet a lot of money based on those alien image. You know, the one that they go with the cat alien image, they go like and this skin basically references that. It turns Spooky into an alien and nothing more. Yeah, I'm sorry about that if you were expecting something else. It's just a silly meme reference, and it's gnoppy. And yeah, if I have a nickel for every time I see something like an alien meme reference, I will have 3 tickles, because I found it crazy the fact that the pillar chase for second and now this game do that. But yeah. Then we have speciem 8, which is based on speciem 8, which is like this deal creature who like he have his clothes covered full of souls of victim, and it's like based on Bambi if I remember correctly, and it's very cool as hell the way the designer decided to put this to Spooky, and I found it neat in my opinion. Then we have Superstar. Superstar, do I really need to explain that the Superstar skin is literally a reference to Miku? I mean, do you know Miku? If I have a nickel for every time I nurse is an all interesting one. So, in the main normal version of the game, because there is a normal and a KD, there is Spooky. Spooky in the normal is like draw instead of be a model, and in the draw version, Spooky wear a nurse clothes, and in the game, in the game, she in the arcade version it does not do that, and this skin basically references the skin, which is like nurse. That's it, nothing more and nothing else. Protagonist. Protagonist is based on the protagonist of the game, aka you. So in the main game there are 2 free endings. If you become violent and use your any weapon, the one that is Spooky Zodin on, if you use it many times and hit many enemies with it, you get evil points. If you finish the game with evil points, you will become one of them. And this skin reference the look the game give on the player. So yeah, in short, it's basically that. Then we have Cassidy, which I could spray myself, but I decided to invite someone for it. So please be nice to my friend Teriyaki, and I'm gonna leave you for him, then we'll see later.
Hello everyone! Today I was invited by Luca on his newest video of the game Fright Fighters to talk about one of the skins for Spooky from Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. This is one of the 2 skins which you unlock from defeating the Malhair boss on the Afton Zagony map, based on the Princess Quest arcades from FNAF, specifically FNAF Help Wanted, Mobile Port, FNAF Security Breach, and FNAF Help Wanted 2. These 2 skins being Malhair for Springtrap, a skin based on the same very boss you have to defeat, also based on the rabbit-like black-purple sludge creature from the first look we've ever had of Princess Quest in the Help Wanted mobile port. That thing, I'm pretty sure Luca can show a picture of this, and the other one being Cassidy for Spooky. The Cassidy skin is based on the princess. You can pretty much tell by her entire look. The dress, the hair also, and the crown. I think Luca can also show a picture of this, so I can, show some little differences, like for example, hair not having legs, of course this is a skin for Spooky, which makes sense, and occasionally also not having a face, which is something that you see on her official art from the arcade cabinet of, Princess Quest, but where, different compared to her sprite, where she is pretty much faceless. Another thing to point out is her name, the name of the skin. Cassidy, Cassidy. This name is a nod to the file name of, said skin in the files of Security Breach, which was named to cassidy.png, which was later renamed to princess.png, likely due to the implications it had and because of it being just a placeholder name that still gave to this skin, to the princess. Things like Golden Freddy's spirit possibly being, back due to likely sensing, maybe, Afton himself being back, glitch trap essentially, or the mimic and stuff, but, implications like these and stuff. So this was likely changed due to this. Some things to point out is the skin also changing the green sludge of Specimen 2 into gift boxes, and the sword of the princess on her back. However, another thing to point out is that if you use the command attack, you don't use her sword but Spooky's knife. Something that I hope ends up being changed in the future, because I feel like it would be nice if, when you use the command attack, you also use the sword instead of the knife. Just something that I thought would be pretty cool. This is all I had to say for this segment. Now please enjoy the rest of Luca's video.
That's all for him, for her, and yeah, there is not a lot I can say about that. I think I hope you enjoyed the video, because I wanted to do something else. I kinda based myself on a Forsaken skin analysis video, and since it's a lesser game and I am a Spooky fan, I thought it was cool to make a video to reference the things that I know about the game. So thanks for watching, and we see you another time. Luca is out. Thanks for watching.